Yo, champs of the making, and welcome back to Legendary Adventures. My name is Eli, aka that Big Sauce Gamer Tag.
And I'm Becky, aka Small Fry.
And once again, it's that time of the month. It's Weedle Community Day! Well, it's Community Day, and it happens to be Weedle.
Yes.
Now, this is the one we all voted for. We're all excited because this is a game changer. Right out of the gate, before anything, if this is the first time you all are joining us, thank you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash the notification bell so you guys can go ahead and be made aware of when we drop the next video. Let's go ahead and do what we always do. When it comes to Community Day, here we like to go ahead and break down the IVs. We also like to go ahead and give you the full rundown of the details. So let's dive into it.
Alright, let's dive in. So kicking off June 20th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. your local time zone, Weedles will be spawning like crazy where you're at. And this is the time to get your shiny Weedle in the bag. Which he does look freaking dope. He turns into a green Beedrill. Okay.
Well, he does turn into a green Beedrill, but I was gonna say a Kakuna as well.
So let's get into the bonuses for this Community Day. So for this Community Day, Niantic gave us 3 times catch Stardust. Yes, let me say that again. 3 times the amount of Stardust per catches. This applies to any Pokemon that you're catching.
I'm so happy.
So make sure you guys throw up those star pieces throughout the whole event because you are going to want to bank on this precious Stardust. What's another bonus we can expect?
Well, of course, you guys know that during this time frame, we're going to be able to go ahead and use our incenses. And this particular time around, we're going to be able to go ahead and have 3 times the hour use for it off a single one. So that means just double stacking it, you can go ahead and have it set all day to play.
What does the incense do?
Now, the incense in itself draws out more Pokemon to your area. So if you can't leave your home because of, what's going on around the world, this is a great way to play from home or your car, or if you're, traveling from a safe distance. Now, do note that the special lures that are going to be running for 3 hours are going to change, and they're actually the orange ones that'll be in your box for you to utilize.
So, what is the exclusive move that Beedrill will learn for this Community Day?
Oh, it's gonna get Drill Run. So, as you all know, with the Community Day move, you're gonna have up to 2 hours after the event ends to go ahead and evolve all your Weedles up to Beedrill to go ahead and get that exclusive move without having to use a TM or that Elite TM later on.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, with that said, you're gonna want Drill Run. Drill Run's gonna be a game changer for not only this particular Pokemon, but for the Great League metas itself. I mean, this is gonna go ahead and put Beedrill as a true threat.
Yes, and keep in mind, he can even threaten Pokemon like Azumarill when it has shields left, and it's good coverage against fire and rock types.
Those reasons alone are a great reason to go ahead and not only acquire the best one that you can get for PvP, but also one for maybe Silph Road if you play that format as well, because it's gonna give you lots of coverage. So that is phenomenal.
Yes, and on top of that, it only takes 62 candies total to get Weedle all the way to Beedrill, so that is amazing.
Actually, that's another key point. Normally, you don't get this on a Community Day with the Pokemon because it always takes that 25 standard or 50 to evolve it.
Right.
But with it being just 12 candies to evolve it from Weedle to Kakuna, this is a way to go ahead and catch as many and then do a mass evolution with a lucky egg up and just get the most out of your star piece.
Exactly. Okay, so for all you trainers that love taking AR photos, this Community Day, you can expect Weedle to be photobombing you up to 5 times. That's 5 additional chances to get a shiny, so heck yeah.
And in the past Community Days, when you go ahead and trigger the Pokemon to generate, if it's a shiny, it'll appear a shiny on your screen too. So it is a very cool experience to go ahead and
It really is.
Let's go ahead and cover just a quick rundown of the tips that you're going to want to go ahead and do and in preparation for Community Day.
Right.
So first and foremost,
make sure you guys are interacting with your buddies. Be taking those pictures, going to new places,
competing in candy, which is the easiest one, of course, with battling. The reason being is because if you haven't had this experience already, having a great buddy already during a Community Day, it brings you Pokeballs up to 50 every 30 minutes to an hour, which is phenomenal because when you're catching, and especially for an event like this where Stardust is key, you're gonna need all the Pokeballs.
The great buddies also help you with catch assisting, which comes in handy during a Community Day. It really does save you a bunch of time. It just saves you a whole bunch of time. So make sure you guys are doing those interactions with your buddy and getting your buddy happy. And make sure you guys are also keeping and stacking up those berries, golden raspberries for the shiny Pokemon, and peanut berries so you can acquire as many candies as possible. And may I even say, go do your battles, because sometimes they give you some items needed for Community Day.
True.
Okay.
But that's it. Can we talk about the Community Day box?
Yes, let's talk about the Community Day box.
So most times the Community Day box is kind of you know, there's things you can buy that are better. This is one of the few times that I'm like, okay, it's not too bad. It's not the greatest deal, because I mean there have been some better deals, but honestly, let's see. What do we get? We're gonna get 30 Ultra Balls.
Yes.
All right, so that's dope.
We need that.
Okay, we are gonna go ahead and get 3 incenses,
3 star pieces, and Elite Charge TM, which is the big seller for me for this box. With the Elite Charge TM, you're able to teach your Pokemon any move that's in the game, even Community Day moves.
Or legacy moves.
Which is legacy moves. So all these items are key to playing in this month's Community Day.
Well, let's get to why you're here. The perfect IVs. Now, lo and behold, if you're going to do some research encounters, which we know that with every Community Day, there's going to be some research tasks. You're going to go ahead and either find it at the max or the lowest perfect IVs. You're either looking at 172 or 195, and that's in research tasks. Now, if you happen to go ahead and hatch it in an egg or find it in a raid, you're going to be looking at 230 or 260.
And so for the wild encounter, the minimum perfect is 261 and the max perfect is 391.
Do note that Weedle will be weather boosted by rain or cloudy weather. Now, if you come across one in the wild weather boosted, well, lucky you, because it's summer and most places it is hot. So with that said, you're looking at 310 or 423. But let's go ahead and do the breakdown, okay? Because when it comes to this particular Pokemon, we don't have to worry about Master League. We don't have to worry about Ultra League, because it caps out around the 1800 range. So you're not going to be using this for Ultra. It's strictly for Great League. Now, with that said, there is still a cap of where you want to go ahead and evolve it so that you can get a Beedrill under the 1500 mark.
Right.
Okay. Let's give you that number first, and then we're going to go ahead and work our way down to the other one. Looking at the max cap of what you want to evolve your Weedle to Beedrill is going to be 286.
286 for the perfect, but max is 297. Now that's not perfect, but that will get you into the Great League cap.
Right. And then the reason why we mention this is because some of you will want that perfect for Great League
right,
to use it in GBL. But for those who are looking for Silph Arena, you might want different stats. So just so you know, that is the other cap in regards to it.
Okay.
Now, do know that you can still find another perfect below that, which is 273, 260, 247, and 234. Now, I don't know about you trainers, but for me, sometimes I feel like I only find the lowest CP Pokemon out there. And yes, you can do the good old technique of star 1, star 2, star 3 to see whether it's a perfect or not, simply put, and then Master Elite. But sometimes you're looking for particular IVs, or sometimes you want to recognize it off the top of your head. So for all you trainers that are just like me that want to know, is it a good one? Is it not? Is there a pattern? Here you go. For the lowest perfect that you can get, it's a 6 CP. Then 20 CP, 34, 47, and 61. Those are the bottom 5 perfect IVs that you can go ahead and get it. But it's just so those are the numbers that you may want to go ahead and have in your head or target and go from there.
And then what I like to do is in between catches, I am IV checking all of my Pokemon and preparing them. So when the time comes, I'm ready to evolve those Pokemon.
How do you do that? Do you do a rename thing or?
Yeah, I'm naming them or I'm starring them. And I'll go back and I'll compare the best ones I have. And I'm doing this in between so at the end I don't get overwhelmed by going through all the Pokemon.
That's really good. We play together all the time. I didn't know that. So I mean that's
I know,
that's a really good
but we're
technique.
like in our phones.
Everyone plays differently.
Yeah,
Everyone
has their strategies. If you have any tips for this Community Day that maybe we didn't cover, please drop it down in the comments. We do like to help each other out here.
Well guys, as always, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and until next time,
Peace.
peace.